coming home on this very long but high-speed day in 3 hours, 38 minutes. A long time to be standing up on the pegs of your machine. Yes, it's a measure of the athleticism of these riders. You try just standing still for that length of time. Never mind keeping on your toes. Well, today, a long one, and some of those further down the field that were gunning for victory, including Cyril Dupre in the BMW, decided to fuel up heavy in the morning so as not to stop. He said he put 50 litres in at the start. No stopping for him. He said he wanted to pee with around 200 kilometres still to go, but he managed to hang on. His words, not mine. Yeah, Dupre in that flat twin, so successful in the Atlas Rally last year. And a great day for him, second on today's stage, 15th overall. Gary Tiernan, 3 in a row, of course, stage wins in Mauritania. This is 5th Dakar, never won a stage before. Growing in confidence day by day. He'll be back next year, that's for sure. As will Deeks, John Deacon on the BMW. Said he was stuck in the dust behind Esteve Puyol and Brucey. Couldn't do much more about it, but managed to finish 4th on the stage. A couple of BMWs then in the top 4. They'll be pleased. Fabrizio Mioni, the race leader, chasing hard. Esteve Puyol. Mioni finishing 5th today, looking happy, taking few risks. Puyol, 6th today. 4th overall, a position he's been ordered to keep. Well, Carlo Di Gavado, the Chilean, who's 3rd in the overall standings, said today was potentially very dangerous. He said we must all be absolutely crazy to keep riding in this sort of stuff. See the stand? Spring gone on the bike stand for Alfie Cox. And indeed it was to cost him later. He caught a rock with it and smacked his chin right on the handlebars, causing something of a nasty cut, but he's all right. John Brucey, 8th on the stage, 9th overall. He more or less free to open up and enjoy himself. And in 2nd place is Jordi Arcarons. There was a suspicion that he was playing games with Mioni. Nearest, of course, to Mioni in the ranking. Mioni quite suspicious of his behaviour. And Arcarons, as we will see, claiming total innocence today. More on that story in the interviews in just a few moments. Peggy Lundmark, the man who calls himself the Viking. Got a dodgy eye, a broken nose. He's still going. Yes, leading the production machines. One of this number looking not so local. But all delighted to see the bikes past and cheer them on. And so to the results on the bikes today. Sala giving it full throttle, 3 hours, 38 minutes, 32 seconds, 6 minutes and 19 seconds ahead of Desprez. Tiernan 3rd ahead of Deacon, with Mioni in 5th place. It means Mioni's lead over Arcarons is cut slightly, 23 minutes, 36 seconds. And so to today's winner, Giovanni Sali. Said, good stage in the beginning, a lot of dust though. In the end though, quite dangerous because of the big holes in the road. Preferred, he said, not to take too many risks. So I went slower around the end, but still managed to win it. And so, a good day for me. And he says, so dangerous was the tracks and some of the potholes that we were riding quite close to disaster. Thankfully, came through it unscathed. Good ride. Fabrizio Mioni next. He says, well, that's good. It's another 800 kilometers less to Dakar. It was a long day. Lots of dust, even more than yesterday. It was like riding at night without light. I started behind VR, and when I passed him, I could see Geordie. And then I lost him. Couldn't find him anymore, so I went flat out and then realized that I couldn't be that far ahead. He said that I passed him in a village, but I'm not sure. Geordie is clever, he said. He knows how to try and overtake me without going against the order of our team manager, Heinz Kindergartner. The suspicion Mioni had, of course, was that Geordie Akerons was actually biding his time and hoping that Mioni would open up too much and fall off, and then, of course, take the lead. Akerons said, no, not at all. I didn't try anything clever. I just stopped at the exit of a village to relieve myself, take a pee, and Fabrizio went past me without seeing me. He said, it's a little difficult riding to orders with KTM. Says you want to, of course, try to win the race, but they've been trying to do that for years as a mark, and it's understandable. They don't want to take any risks, and I think Mioni is under some pressure, as the rest of us are, in maintaining these positions right until the end. So all above board then. After the break, we'll be back with the trucks and the final part of today's news. A nice little story about a son and his mum.
Pajero. New rules. Some songs just sound better behind the wheel. Tracks that make you want to drive simply for the sake of it. And these are the 60 original and best road tracks. They're the greatest drive songs ever written. All on 4 CDs or cassettes called On the Road. They're all the songs that'll stay with you, however far you're going.
Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman. Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear words they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. When I was walking in Memphis,
To get On the Road, you buy direct by picking up the phone. For your copy, call now. At Insight, we know great music when we hear it.
They're back. The men of razor-sharp reflexes. The men of the World Rally Championships. Kicking off the season in Monte Carlo. World Rally champion Marcus Gronholm will begin his defense of the title, surprisingly as Peugeot's number 3, behind the warm weather specialist Gilles Panizzi and new signing Didier Auriol. The classic Monte Carlo Rally, Friday at 9 on British Eurosport.
With Ford and Valvoline, driving the world.
The Antalya Cup from southern Turkey, and this time it's Besiktas Istanbul who played in Phase 1 of the Champions League against Sturm Graz, who is still involved in Phase 2. Besiktas of Turkey versus Sturm Graz of Austria, Friday, 2000, live on Eurosport.
Back to the Dakar Rally.
Euromaster, what drives us?
is you.
Welcome back. Well, as if just to prove a point, Carol Lepre, who of course didn't win the stage yesterday, but leads by a dramatic margin overall in the trucks. Today, he went for it and picked up another stage win. Finishing ahead of Corrado Patorno in the Mercedes today. Lepre's lead though, 8 hours and 7 minutes. It's been a fabulous performance by the driver of the Tatra. Nobody likely to catch him. He knows nearest to him, Sugawara today, third fastest home. Sugawara, one of the stalwarts of the rally. Such a nice man, gentle character in this very, very tough sport. Well, reasonably straight road sections today. The potholes not troubling the trucks too much. It looks like Lepre's race. Yes, the overall standings look like this, with Lepre and the Tatra leading by over 8 hours with 3 days to go. A family affair, indeed. Alain Duclos is a local boy, and he's in the race. Number 102. French father and a Malayan mother, and yesterday he was going through his home village. Had a superb day as well. No road book, he was too busy shaving when he was called forward. So he just had to follow the leaders. He did it very well indeed, and when he got to his home village later on, having finished fourth, he was absolutely delighted. Said he wanted to come back home in style, took some risks, but everything went well, and I'm happy. And looking forward to the next stage, he said. But time, though, to hand over a cheque, $3,000 indeed, for good causes in the area, of a French charity. Children of the locale being well looked after. Says, thank you, you're doing great work with the kids here, and I just hope that this cheque for $3,000 will encourage you to continue. And this is Mum. And just look at the boy. Duclos getting all emotional. Doesn't really know what to say. That's what mums are all about. Great stuff. Later on, Duclos spoke to us on the stage today. Said it was a very emotional day, very overwhelming for me yesterday. He said, I gave some money to a local charity. That was fabulous. Seeing my family, and my mum in particular, and that result of the day, it was brilliant for me, he said. I just got a huge emotional rush. I didn't really know what to do with myself. Good for him. And so to tomorrow, stage 18. Bakel to Tambacounda. We're in Senegal. It's a special of 285 kilometers. It'll all be eyes on the cars, of course. Matsuoka will be starting just behind Jean-Louis Schlesser, and he'll be keeping him in his sights as best he can. Less than 6 minutes between them. A puncture could be all the difference as we head towards Dakar. And the scenery getting even more refreshing as we head towards the coast. From me, Carlton Kirby, and stage 17. Thanks for your company. Bye-bye. Just before I go, chance to remind you, live action standings, the odd video interview, some of them unique. Get on the website, www.eurosport.com. With temperatures nudging 44 degrees Celsius, the machinery suffering perhaps a little more even than the human cargo. This is a bike on fire. Fabrice Monteau, 77th he finished today, absolutely at the end. But when you know that this happened to his bike, he has all our sympathy. Well, picked himself up an 8-hour penalty somewhere along the line. The rally is a hard one, not just on human beings. The bike Not quite giving up the ghost, but it came jolly close today. Well, the fuel tank apparently leaking, and when it did, it just lit up when he started the bike, shut off the rear tank. He says, well, I'll have to drive only on the front one today. He says, we all do the Dakar together, 6 months preparation, he says. There's no reason why this should happen, but we'll just have to see if we can get it repaired and get it underway. Well, one tank drained, another one filled up to brimming. They did indeed get to start. Said it wouldn't be the Dakar if it wasn't like this. Everything is hard. There are traps everywhere, not only on the roads, but within the machinery as well. So the question is, are you afraid that it might do it again on the road? He says, if it catch fire, I'll just jump off. The main thing is to just get started this morning. So an 8-out penalty, 61st in the overall standings though. Good luck to him. Yes, that sort of grit and determination is what the lower order riders show in abundance. Those at the top, they have natural skill and a huge backup team to help them. And today, Cyril Desprez for BMW. Second yesterday, today he went one better. And BMW will be very pleased to have got the stage win this late on. He said the bike was better on fast and technical mixed surfaces, he said. Here, mostly technical, and that's why we've been having difficulties. But the flat twin, looking very good today. Desprez taking it, finishing today 51 seconds clear of Giovanni Sala on the KTM. Yes, Desprez saying he didn't really have to push too hard today. Now they're alone in the end, having started behind Sala. Sala having a small off today, nothing too serious, but enough to lose him the day's stage. Finishing second, 17th overall, another off-duty KTM rider, no team orders for him. Sala finishing ahead of Alfie Cox. Yes, Cox was to take the wrong track today, but it ended up in the same destination, so he was quite lucky in that respect, but he didn't really get lost. He says next year, when the contracts come up, he'll certainly be looking hard at the clauses. He said he came here to race, and he says you can't just keep wrapping up the leader in cotton wool. Alfie Cox is a fighter, and he's not been allowed to do so in this rally. Third today, Cox, 5th overall, and that position not going to change. John Brucey, 5th on the stage, 9th overall, 2 Frenchmen then in the top 5 today, pleasing the organisers. Carlo Di Gavado, his podium place, nice and safe. Esteban Puyol, not going to challenge him. It'll be KTM's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, save for any real difficulties. And Fabrizio Meoni says he's sleeping well and looking forward to the end of the race. 7th today, leader overall. We're on board with Andrea Meyer, the leading lady. 25th today, 33rd overall. She says we're not taking any risks today. With just 2 days to go, she said, I was last overall, and now I'm up into the early 30s. So the difference between the riders is important on this event, and I want to hold on to my position. Couple of navigation problems for her today. There were for others as well. Christophe Meillet on the Honda, 8th on the stage, 16th overall, looking good. And Esteban Puyol maintaining his 4th place in the ranking. So this is